Hello and welcome to LogiMove. Today we're going to provide a demo on our CM7 platform and our curbside pickup module for leasing and rental companies. You can see the web application, which is the back end for creating this powerful mobile solution. The benefit of this solution is that a field worker can utilize a mobile device and have all the functionality as if he or she was in front of a desktop connected to the ERP system. You can see we've added some trucks for the demo, and you can see all the data and history of the assets that gets recorded. With this multi-tenant system, you can configure your entire organization with location, user, and user roles. You can also change processes for locations or individual users. Lastly, a third-party app can be provided for suppliers like outside trucking and third-party repair centers. Now we're going to show you a real-life example. In this scenario, Johnny from Moving Guys reserved a 24-foot box truck and trailer for an online pickup. You can see on the web the reservation and all the details about the customer in the upcoming rental. Next, we assign the reservation to the field worker Tim, and we will walk through the process of how this will be executed in the field utilizing a mobile device. Johnny from Moving Guys arrives at the location, and Tim greets him at the designated curbside pickup area. Tim scans or inputs a truck number and all the truck data pops up. Tim enters the customer deposit and customer account information. All this information could be fed from an ERP system. Next, Tim enters the inspection details and the customer is present. Next, Tim goes through the condition of the truck and then the miles and the fuel. Overview pictures are taken. The number of pictures and what type of pictures are taken can all be configured and set up as mandatory so the process is consistent for every field worker. Last step is Tim sets the truck status to rent ready and signs. The customer also signs for proof of pickup and truck condition. A time and date stamp is created and logged in the process history. A few weeks later, Moving Guys is returning the truck. Tim scans or inputs the truck number. Then Tim checks the fuel level and mileage. If the truck is connected to telematics, the data would populate automatically in the system. Next, Tim checks the interior condition of the truck and then rates the overall condition. Next step, Tim checks for damages and sees there is a new damage close to the existing damage on the right side of the truck. Tim goes through the guided damage detection and drop-down boxes appear. Tim notes an assessment is needed and takes a picture. This damage assessment triggers an inspection. The damage is added to the machine history and Tim signs off on the return. A PDF is generated and emailed to the customer. Next, we are going to go through a return of a tractor and trailer, as it is a different process along with a different pictogram for damage detection. A few weeks later, Johnny from Moving Guys is returning the truck. Tim scans or inputs the truck number. The truck data is populated. The contract deposit and all the customer information is verified. Tim then proceeds to the inspection details and fills in the criteria. In this case, Johnny from Moving Guys is there with Tim as they go through the return. Tim goes through the overall condition of the truck, including interior and exterior. Then Tim checks the fuel level and mileage. Next, Tim checks for damages and sees there is a new damage. Tim then goes through the guided damage detection and drop-down boxes appear. Tim finds the door handle is broken and needs to be replaced. Tim goes through the estimate of damage, and automatically in the damage matrix there is a $250 charge for a broken door handle. Tim sets the status of the truck to repair center, and then Tim signs off on the return. A PDF is generated and emailed to the customer. Tim fills out the truck data for a truck inspection. Then Tim goes through the details and checks off the customer is not present for the inspection. Next, he goes through overall condition, followed by verifying fuel and mileage. Tim then fills out the tire pressure and tread, then fills out all the brake information. Next, Tim goes through the various oil, transmission, and water temp and pressures. Moving on, Tim goes through the fluid and depth level checks. Next is electrical and light systems check. Lastly, Tim goes through the estimate on damages and how long the unit will be out of use. Tim changes the status to repair center and signs off on the inspection. Now we go back to the web and you can see the latest process, and clicking through you can see the details of the truck and each individual process throughout the life cycle of the truck. Also, you can see the check data, damages, and signature for every process created. You can also view the metrics of each individual rental. Every click from Tim is being fed in real time to the customizable dashboard. LodgeMove's mobile solution is a native app and can be used offline and in more than 14 languages. For more information, contact us to discuss how we can create a pilot. We look forward to partnering with your team.